Hey Internet, this is Squee. You might recognize me from Squee and Dunwich's Ultimate Playlist, or from Coffee and Co-op, or from the various Hamsterjam stuff. Of course, you might just recognize me from this, since, first of all, this is probably one of the first couple videos on the channel. So, greetings if this is the first video. It's me. I'm Squee. I'm one of the reporters for Hamsterjam Production. This lovely chap is Maverick the Doom Puppy. He's my dog. But anyway, I'm going to cut to the chase. I'm here today to talk about a game that is looming. Actually, before that, I should probably go ahead and say the reason that I'm allowing all these mistakes and stuff in is because Squee Sessions are a little more of an informal type of deal. That's just kind of me going around. I'm just recording them on my phone, talking about various thoughts that I have regarding different things, usually regarding games, because that's what I work with Hamsterjam. But yeah, it's uncut. It's not edited really. It's just gonna be me spewing my thoughts. These are probably going to be the most frequent type of video, just because they're the easiest. I don't have to wrangle a bunch of partners or anything. But yeah, so today I'm going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Origins. And before Maverick, Doom Puppy, there we are. Before we go too much into Origins, I kind of want to give you guys my Assassin's Creed pedigree, just things that would be important for you to understand on my opinion on the upcoming Assassin's Creed Origins. I started playing Assassin's Creed with Assassin's Creed, the first one. I loved it. I loved the gameplay. I loved the open-ended assassinations. You were just told, here's your target, get him. Sick 'em, boy. I like the idea. And then I played Assassin's Creed 2. That would have been the first game that I 100%ed, but tragedy struck, and I mostly I was collecting the last 2 or 3 feathers in the game. When I came home, I was in high school when I was playing it mostly, and I loaded it up, and I had a corrupted save file. Yeah. After that, I kind of stopped playing Assassin's Creed games. I didn't play Revelations, didn't play Origins, didn't play 3. And then Black Flag came out. I'm a bit of a history buff. I enjoy history. I enjoy learning about it, having fun with alternate interpretations of it, that sort of thing. And I love pirates. Pirates are awesome. They're so much. Well, okay, the romanticized ideal of pirates are awesome. Pirates themselves are horrifying, murderous, looters, and rapists, and all sorts of other things. But I love the idea, and I thought, oh man, the Assassin's Creed mechanics were gonna be so great for a pirate type game, and it was great. It was fantastic. Black Flag. I played it. I played it a little bit. I didn't actually get that far in the story, mostly because I just after a certain point, I just kind of started sailing the seas and just taking ships. I had more money than God, but yeah, I didn't really care about the story and that. I'm currently doing. I didn't play Unity. I didn't play. What's it called? The one right after that. For some reason, it's Syndicate. I didn't play Syndicate. I'm currently doing a replay of Black Flag, trying to get all the way through the story, and I'm also doing a play of Unity right now. In general, a couple thoughts that I have on the series. One, Desmond and the future stuff. I like the idea of Desmond. Not crazy about the character. I don't hate him like some people do, but meh. I never felt like the future plot really gave a whole lot. And in fact, I felt like it was just not used very well as a framing device. The Animus, that sort of thing, it could be used well as a framing device, but feel like it's just not. Whenever I'd be really getting into it, this was most egregious in Black Flag because that's the one I had the most fun in. But whenever I'd be really getting into it, it'd be like, and now you're working for Google, and that just that frustrated me. I just didn't think it was very well done. But it is what it is. Um, as far as each assassin goes, I'll just go by character. Altair. I liked Altair. I mean, he's kind of a character from a simpler type of time in gaming before things really kicked into high gear. Like, as an art form, games were still pretty young. I mean, we weren't on Pong or anything, but so Altair was a fairly, I guess, generic protagonist. He was kind of like the Wolverine. He was dark. He was brooding. He was willing to do anything. He was a little dim, though. As I recall, he didn't ask too many questions, which, in retrospect, would have been a good thing. Ezio. I liked Ezio. I didn't like him nearly as much as Ubisoft did. I thought I liked the whole lovable scoundrel thing. I thought he was a great contrast to Altair, and something my friend pointed out to me. You know, he had a really good arc in, especially too. You know, his growing up into an assassin, but yeah, no, he was great. He was great. Uh, and then Connor. I in retrospect, I tried to play 3, but oh man, it just starts too slow. Starts too slow. Connor, I kind of recall him having the personality of wet cardboard. And so there wasn't much for me to like or dislike. He was there. Edward Kenway is probably my favorite because I identify with him most. I don't really care about the Templars and Assassins. I know that they're there, and I understand the significance, especially in the story. I don't really care about it. And Kenway didn't either. He just kind of was like, sure, I'll help you out. For money. And I could get behind that. It was a simple motivation, and it worked. And he was a scoundrel, and I liked that Ubisoft didn't go out of the way to go make you go, oh, he's a good guy. No, he was kind of a bastard. But it worked. It worked well, and I thought it told a good story. Arno. I feel like they tried to do a lot of the same, like, lovable rogue thing as Ezio, but for some reason, maybe it's because they're trying to copy Ezio, it just doesn't feel as fleshed out to me, which I think's a shame, because that sort of character, who obviously has very noble bearings, could be interesting to play in the French Revolution. Maybe trying to convince people I'm not actually nobleman. I'm not actually a nobleman. I just act that way because I'm kind of awesome. Then I haven't touched Syndicate at all. So but from what I've seen through a couple of Let's Plays, parts of them, I'm not a huge Let's Play guy, and things like that. The main characters seem to have really fun personalities, and I'm actually much more excited now to try them, especially since I'm in this Assassin's Creed like mood. I mean, heck, I've been playing Skyrim since it came out, and last couple of days I was like, oh yeah, I have this one mod. It's Hunterborn. I love Hunterborn. I play a lot of survivalist type. I finally got the last piece for this ritual that I can do on my survivalist character. I'm so excited for this. And then I started playing Black Flag, and then Unity, and just haven't stopped. I will say this, Assassin's Creed Unity, Dunwich and I we try to play a lot of co-op, and Assassin's Creed Unity's co-op is actually way better than I thought it was going to be. It was fleshed out, it was difficult, but not, like, impossible. It was interesting. You could, like, I think I have my character kit out as a rifleman, and Dunwich has his kit out to use a long weapon, which is weird because he normally really prefers, like, the fencing saber and pistol type. But it's interesting, it's different, and it's a lot of fun. Co-op in Unity, amazing. I really hope they bring that back to, I know they didn't have it in Syndicate, but I really hope they bring it back to Assassin's Creed Origins. Oh, look at that, a perfect segue. Assassin's Creed Origins, oh yeah, I'll just say it. It looks radical. It looks amazing. I am really excited for it. It explores something that I didn't actually think we'd get to. I just kind of thought we'd do the whole like, oh, we're doomed to dance this dance till the end of time. No, we're actually getting to see the birth of the Assassin's Order, and that's amazing. The combat style. I noticed in Assassin's Creed, they updated the engine going probably. I think now, obviously, I had several blank spots in my playing, but I think it's likely they updated it going from like going into Revelations. I think they had a big leap in Black Flag, but it's all the same type of thing. The insta-win move is still wait to counter, counter kill. And the combination of the UI in Unity and the tight you're always in like some sort of tight corridor or tight street or something like that and the fact that they just do a hell of a lot more damage, that makes it seem a lot harder, but it's still wait to counter kill. But the fixed camera in Origins means you're going to have to do a lot more of the moving around, and that's what an assassin is like to me. That's what I think of that, and that's awesome. Let's see. I'm excited for the gear. Like I guess you could say I'm cautiously excited for it because going in knowing, I think in one of the dev things it said, oh, you won't be able to insta kill with the hidden blade, and I'm like, okay. But I'm still kind of on board because I like the idea of having to invest in something like that. It's going much more RPG. I'm a sucker for RPGs. I love them. And I think I really like the RPG twist. They started in Unity, so I think that's going to be a good way to go for them. I like the fact that Ubisoft is kind of cannibalizing their own titles to make everything else better. Far Cry Primal had the taming where you could have the wolf, the owl. Specifically, I'm focusing on the owl because I seem to have drawn inspiration from the owl and put it into Zenu or whatever the Egyptian assassins' eagle vision is. It's a literal eagle, which I think is 100% a step up. The eagle vision was always a little too superpowery for me, at least in Assassin's Creed. I'm also a big Supers fan. Duh. But yeah, I am excited for that. I'm excited for the gear. I'm on the fence as far as like the finding better gear thing. I mean, it makes sense. You're an assassin, not a craftsman. You'll be able to go, oh, this guy I just killed had a way better bow than me. Well, he's not going to need it. Whoop, mine. I'm a big fan of like the shield and Kopesh style. We get to meet Cleopatra. I love that. Oh, slow-mo kills with a bow. Yep. Sold. Done. Pack up your things, other games. And I think part of my enthusiasm for Origins is mostly in the fact that I'm not as excited, like, Chalupa Dark and our cameraman and Dunwich and Pockets all got really excited. Dunwich less so than the others, but all got really excited over Destiny 2. And I played Destiny 1. I got a character to max level, did not get him to max light level, but and I played through the story. It was fun. I didn't feel the same pull that they do. And I think the lack of titles, like my big titles are Elder Scrolls and Fallout, because they're really fun RPGs. But I think my lack of titles that are Squee oriented is kind of contributing to my like attachment to the one that is. But no, all in all, Assassin's Creed Origins, it looks amazing. The fixed camera combat's really interesting. I think it's going to be a great way for them to go. Still a little leery about the counter kill thing. It looks like that's still in there from what I've seen. I'm excited. I saw in one trailer the player character in the Roman Colosseum, and so I'm like, okay, this is Roman ruled Egypt, but Cleopatra. So yeah, that makes sense. Mark Antony hasn't done the thing yet. So yeah, no, but I'm stoked. I'm really excited. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can say on it. Except for I kind of hope that they in Unity and Syndicate they kind of drop the future thing. I'm hoping they just completely drop it in Origins. I don't want to be ripped out of this. Really excited. In fact, my Xbox One's power brick's acting up, but I think right after I'm done recording this, I'm gonna go and try playing a little more Unity. I love. Oh right. That's something that's got to be brought up. Sorry, can't let you go just yet. The parkour system in Assassin's Creed is a very interesting evolution because it's so key to the franchise. And playing like Unity now, and then going back and looking at how Altair moved, it's so much more fluid. I mean, heck, I'm playing Black Flag in Unity side by side, and Kenway's movements looked very. Kenway's movements look fluid. He looks fluid. He looks like he's in charge. He understands where he's going. He knows how to get point A to point B. But he does so in like a rough, kind of like he's an amateur way. Whereas Arno moves much more fluidly. I think the descent and ascent buttons were a great choice. I think, and I really hope that they keep that little bit in for Origins. I mean, I can't see why they wouldn't. Once again, haven't played Syndicate. I don't know how it worked there. But no, I'm stoked for Origins, guys. Stoked. So I mean, it's coming out next month. It's currently like September, I don't know, 9th. Now I gotta check. 10th. It's Sunday the 10th. I was right all along. But yeah, no. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you're gonna kit out for. You're gonna kit out for stealth. Are you gonna kit out for slow bows? I know a lot of like YouTubers say, "Hey, tell me your thoughts." But I really want to know. I'm fascinated by how other people play games. Please let me know. Please comment. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, not just like this, but also the coffee and co-op, the other thing. We're just a bunch of guys having a good time. So, love you, Internet. I'm going to go stab a bunch of people.